Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career.
You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is the Dave Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life, your money, your mental health, and even relationships. That's right. My name is Anthony O'Neill. Also joining me today is one of my favorites, Dr. John Deloney, both Ramsey personalities here, who are passionate about helping you and helping you reach your goals around life, money, mental stuff, you name it. Dr. John Deloney hosts the Dr. John Deloney Show, and I am the host of The Table with Anthony O'Neill. You can find us on YouTube and podcasts. 888-825-5225, 888-825-5225 is the call-in number. We're here to accept your phone calls, and Dr. John and I, we pretty much talk about anything.
Yeah, there's not a lot that goes by that we won't get into, so let's do it, man.
We love talking about anything and everything. But before we jump on to the phone calls, we're going to talk to Mike in New Jersey. We're coming right to you there, Mike. I want to talk about where Dave is. Dave, Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz are joining Craig Rochelle tonight. Tonight being Tuesday night, January 12th at 7 p.m. For a free reset live stream event to kick off your money goals for 2021. They're going to give you the motivation and guidance you need to hit the reset button and say goodbye to the money stress for good. So America, do me a favor. I want you to text right now. Stop what you're doing, pull over the car, and text this word, reset, R-E-S-E-T, to 33789 right now to sign up and take the first step toward lasting financial peace. Or you can sign up at daveramsey.com/reset. And check this out. If you're in the Oklahoma area and if you want to be a part of the very limited live audience, it's very, very limited, go to daveramsey.com/events, and there may be some tickets available. I'm not sure.
Surely they're sold out by now, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are, but I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt. Maybe one or two became available. But for the rest of us around the world, listen, 2020 was hard. Yep. Okay, I don't want to get to the phone calls, but I want to be real here. 2020 was hard.
Yep.
And one thing I've learned, every now and then you have to reset. Every now and then I turn off my cell phone. As a matter of fact, let me turn it off right now before our producer gets on me. As a matter of fact, make sure my computer audio is off. Yeah. So every now and then I have to turn off my phone and reset it so it can just stop and then crank back up and have a fresh breath air, fresh whatever. And I feel like this is what this event is.
Well, Anthony, I'll one-up you on that. I did that. And then the first 3 or 4 days of 2021 were like sunsets.
Yes.
It had a beautiful snow here.
Yes.
This was going to be 2021.
Yeah.
And then the dumpster fire turned over and caught the whole state on fire. And so this is about money, but this is, I know Chris personally, I know Rachel personally, I know Dave personally, I know Craig. This is going to be bigger than just your money.
Yes, it is. There was no magic, all right, everything's okay once the calendar flipped over.
Yeah.
This was millions of people are still hurting.
Yes.
Millions of people are struggling. Millions of people are trying to figure it out. And those who have it all right are still going, what's going on?
Oh, absolutely.
And so we have over 200,000 people who have already signed up for this. It's free.
Yes.
Watch this thing. Sit down tonight. You're going to watch some stupid show anyway.
Right.
Or you're going to fill your head with whatever nonsense is on ever news platform you watch. Turn that crap off.
Turn it off.
Hit reset to 33789. Watch 33789. Get your young kids, your old kids, get your husband, your wife, everybody, your girlfriend, boyfriend, everybody in the room.
Yes.
Watch this thing tonight.
Listen, if you're on baby step number 2, I give you permission tonight to order pizza. Order pizza and get in front of the TV and reset your entire family.
And I always tell everybody, don't get your families around a screen. It's going to ruin everybody's brain. Tonight, get around a screen. Tonight, get around a screen. I tell people don't eat pizza either. I'll even go with the pizza thing. You're all going to have gas tomorrow morning when you wake up, but it's going to be worth it. 33789. Text reset. Don't miss this event, man.
Don't miss it, y'all. As a matter of fact, we're going to help Mike reset. Mike, what's going on, man? How can Dr. D and I help?
How are you guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, man. How can we serve?
I'm 34. I am single, not married, no kids. I make a good salary.
What's a good
my
salary?
Question is, that's 125, 130.
Oh, that's a really
That's a
good
great salary, Mike.
Oh, okay, Mike. You may not be single too long after this call.
I own a townhouse. I've been here for about 4 years. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. So my question is it worth paying down the debt if you don't plan on staying here, or fully fund more retirement? I have deferred comp in my job, and I have a fully funded Roth. Being as with my age, is it worth doing baby steps 4 and 6 at the same time, or do a little, maybe more or the less? I mean, I have a lot of money floating around. I don't really know, should I do more retirement funding, like I said, because of my age?
Are you
Or,
doing
hey,
15%
just like-
right now, Mike?
Yeah, just
Okay.
about 15. Maybe just, here. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely go ahead and max out the full 15. Okay, bottom line. Just going ahead and just start investing 15%. And then baby steps 4, 5, 6, and 7, we do all at the same time. And so let's say, for an example, if you know you're going to be moving in the next 2 years, then yeah, you don't really have to focus on paying down the house like that. No, not at all. But let's say if you know you're going to be there for a while and you want to be in that house, then absolutely. Especially if you want to keep the house, as far as in renting out down the road to create an extra an extra stream of income. So I think right now the general question on you is, where are you going in your future, and how does this house play a role in your future? So if you want to pay it off early, please do. If you're saying, hey, I may only be here for 2 years, I'm not going to tell you to stress paying off this house early if you know you're going to be moving in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. And so step back and ask yourself, where am I going? What am I doing? But I would definitely make sure that you are maxing out your 15%. You are a young man. You're younger than me. You single. You making 125, 130 a year, owning a home. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's my other question. I'm going to be phasing out of the Roth soon. Should I start a traditional IRA or do the back door? I like to get something else going.
Because of your income, because of your income, I would definitely recommend sitting down with a SmartVestor Pro, because we definitely have to go through the backdoor Roth. But there are a lot of different things you can do, which I would definitely recommend sitting down with a SmartVestor Pro who can teach you how to properly do these things legally, so that way your money is covered. But I have to use the backdoor because of my income as well. So that's what I would highly recommend, man. But you're doing amazing stuff, Mike. I mean, there's not too many 34-year-old brothers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Single, no debt, got money, investing, own a home. Ladies. Well, what did they say? I think his DMs are open. I don't know. I don't know. But
here's to Mike's point. I hear these two things more common than any other thing. Hey guys, we just bought our forever home. This one came out of my mouth. This is our forever home.
Yeah.
We're gonna live here forever.
Yeah.
3 years we were out.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm just, and then you blink, and then it's 15 years you've been living in that house, and you should have paid it off, right?
Right.
And so either have a plan.
Absolutely.
I got 2 years, and here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Or, man, crush that house.
Crush it.
You're going to snap your fingers. It's going to be 5 years.
Crush it.
But then you're going to have a paid-off house.
Listen, if you want motivation on how to crush your financial goals, I want you to text RESET, RESET, to 33789, because tonight we have some amazing people who's going to teach you how to do it. We'll be right back.
Cliff and I joined Christian Healthcare Ministries because we really liked the concept of Christians sharing each other's burdens. And we really experienced that firsthand when Cliff was diagnosed with heart disease. It was just such a relief to know that financial burden was going to be taken care of.
CHM is the original and longest-serving health cost-sharing ministry. Get started today and check us out at chministries.org.
888-825-5225. This is the Dave Ramsey Show, and I'm joined by the one and only Dr. John Deloney. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey Personalities, and we are excited to talk to you about your life, your money, your relationship. So please do give us a phone call, and we'll talk about anything. You know, we don't run away from the hard stuff. We actually run to them. I love having hard conversations. Jordan is in Raleigh, North Carolina. Jordan, good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Oh, thanks, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Okay, sorry. So basically, I have a vehicle that I have leased. I'm about halfway through it. I've looked into getting rid of it. The dealership said that I could turn it in and they'd give me $40,000, but I would still be responsible for another $6,000 on top of that. I was wondering, I have the $6,000 to pay the difference, but I have not had the time to save up more money to buy a vehicle with cash to kind of get me through and get out of debt quicker. So I was wondering, what should I do? Should I continue to make the payment, set aside more money to save, and then at the end of the lease just walk away from it, and then I would have that money that I saved up to buy a new vehicle for cash? Or should I just turn it in, eat the $6,000, and I don't know, get a loan for a smaller payment vehicle? I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
Okay, so walk me through this process again. How much longer do you have on the lease?
I have 2 years, okay. 24 months.
You got 24 months, all right. And how much are you paying a month for the lease right now?
$560.
$60. Ooh. Okay. We got 24 months, $560. What other kind of debt do you have, Jordan?
I stupidly bought some solar systems for my house as well, so I think that's right around $24,000.
$24K in roof. All right, cool beans. And then explain to me the $6,000. You're going to go over on your miles. Is that what I'm guessing and hearing correctly?
No. So basically, they're saying if I was to go and turn in my vehicle today, they would only give me $40 for it, but they're saying I owe about $46 on it.
Okay, all right, I got you. And so if you did turn in this vehicle today, what would you have another vehicle to drive?
No.
Do you have any cash?
I do, yes.
How much cash do you have?
I have $10,000.
All right, so you can do that. Then you have $24K in debt on your roof. Now, is that $24K rolled into your mortgage payment, or are you paying that outside of your mortgage payment?
I'm paying outside of my mortgage payment.
Okay, cool. And you have no other debt outside of this and that lease, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm going to turn in a lease. Okay, and so here's what I would recommend. Not recommend. I would suggest. You has two options. You can turn in that lease, and I don't have a problem with you maybe taking out a personal loan for $6,000, so you can go down cheaper. Okay, so your debt's going to go down to $6,000 on the car, and that's fine. Or you can take that $10,000 and go ahead and just pay off that $6,000, and then you have $4,000. You keep $1,000 in your emergency fund and put the $3,000 towards that $24K on your roof. All right. So if I was you, I'm going that way. I'm taking that $10,000. I'm gonna leave $1,000 in there. I'm gonna take $6,000 of that $10,000 and put it inside of to pay off my lease, and then I'm gonna take $3,000. Well, actually, you're gonna need a vehicle.
Go buy a chump car.
Yeah, and I'll take $3,000 and go buy a cash car, and then start attacking the $24,000 on your roof. Because the lease, man, you're wasting money and you're throwing away money, and then if you go over your miles, you're gonna end up paying more than the $6,000 today. So that's what I would recommend.
And there's something that will be beautiful in your soul about driving a $2,000 1997 Corolla up to your house that's got $25,000 worth of solar panels on it. I'm a huge solar fan, don't get me wrong, but there's something that's going to be in your soul that's going to remind you every day, don't ever do this again, right?
Right, yeah, that's kind of what the point, that's where I'm at now. I guess maybe I should also mention it's my wife's vehicle. I have a vehicle, however, she can't. I mean, like, my vehicle is a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it's too big, and we have another kid on the way, so a $2,000 vehicle for her to drive. I'm just a bit weary. Would that put more stress on her and I and our relationship?
So what's more stress? Racking up a bunch of debt and paying a lot of money, or getting a quality used vehicle temporarily while you save up cash to buy another one? I think that's something you gotta ask yourself.
And man, you gave yourself, Anthony says this a lot, you've got to have a hardcore driving why. You've got one, man. You got another kid on the way. Work like crazy, pick up a second and a third and a fourth and a ninth and a 10th job. Your goal now is to get your wife into a safe, good used car ASAP. No excuses, no stopping, no pausing. Get that done, man. Get that done and make it happen. That's a why if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, absolutely. Cody is in Kentucky. Good afternoon, Cody. How can Dr. D and I serve?
Hey, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing well. I found y'all on YouTube, Ramsey, about 2 weeks ago. I've been watching a lot of the YouTube videos, and I am 31 years old.
Cody, we're the best looking of the bunch. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Excellent. I like where we're headed. All right, go ahead.
I'm 31, and my dad's been he owns his own business. He's a bricklayer by trade. He's been doing it for 45 years. So I've been helping him the last 9 years of it. So the money is pretty good there. My question is, I'm kind of tight on my money, and I've got a little bit saved up, but I'm in a little debt situation as well. I love cars. I love bikes. So it got me in a little bit of trouble. I have a Hellcat. I owe $41,000 on it. And
That's not a little bit of trouble, Cody. That's a big lot of trouble.
Yeah. And I've got a Harley Davidson that I owe $12,000 on, and then the only other debt, because I tackled all my credit card debts 2 months ago, tackled those off, and the only one I owe is I owe a Lowe's for my washer and dryer of $1,500. Now, what I was going to say is the dilemma that I have here is that my dad and I, in the wintertime, as we're outside, when it's a little cold, sometimes we can't work. But as far as money-wise, I usually average around $4,000 in income a month is what I get.
Okay.
So what am I trying to say here? With tackling, should I just go with a debt snowball, or how would I do that? Because I've been watching about the debt snowball, and usually you tackle the least to the highest. As far as money situation, I'm not really struggling. The part is I have $20,000 saved up right now in my bank account, but I don't know what to do with it.
Cool.
I'm nervous when it gets down to that low part. Like when it goes, it makes me all nervous. So with me just making the payments, it kind of makes me feel safe because I got that money there, but I know that's not going to help me in the long run.
Great.
So, so that's what I was trying to figure out what I should do.
And let me tell you this, Cody. Nothing extraordinary happens within people's comfort zone. So I get it. You're comfortable making the monthly payments, but I truly believe our dreams and our goals die within our comfort zone. I need you to step outside of that. I need you to take the $20,000, pay that on the $54,500. That's going to take you down to $34,500. You're making $4K a month. So I'll go ahead and start attacking it. Don't cheat the system. Okay, that's what I tell new people all the time. Do not cheat the system. Line up all your debt from smallest all the way over to largest, and then you just attack it that way. Now, try to figure out how you can get a little bit more money coming in. How can you turn that 4 into 6K so you can start attacking your debt a lot more? But I understand. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to make the small minimum payments because you have this money in the account. But you know what? What is easy today is hard tomorrow.
That means you may have to sell that Hellcat, brother.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't want to say that.
$48,000 against a $45,000 payment, brother. Hellcats goes today.
Goodbye. I'm selling that joker yesterday. That doesn't even make sense. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Folks, it's an honor to tell you about the Army National Guard. Not only are they big supporters of our high school curriculum, but they also give you the opportunity to impact your local communities. Whether your goals are to get an education, serve your country, or have a better life, the Army National Guard can help get you there. Plus, they offer unbelievable financial benefits. Secure your future today. Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
America, I want you to join us tonight, Tuesday, January 12th at 7 p.m. for our free Reset live stream event to kickstart your money goals for 2021. My mentor and boss man, Dave Ramsey, will be joined by Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz, and one of my favorite communicators and preachers in the world, Craig Rochelle. They'll give you the motivation and guidance you need to hit the reset button and say goodbye to money stress for good. Do me a favor. Actually, not me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do your family a favor. Do your grandchildren a favor.
Ooh, you went legacy on them.
Absolutely. Text the word RESET, RESET, to 33789 right now to sign up and to take the first step towards lasting financial peace. Or you can sign up at daveramsey.com/reset. Now, if you're in the Oklahoma area tonight and you want to join the live and in-person audience, which I don't know if there's too many seats available, but it's on my piece of paper to say it. It's only $20. Go to daveramsey.com/events and see if there are some tickets available. But I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to be in front of my computer tonight, learning from the best, my mentor, Rachel Cruz, and our family. So text the word RESET, RESET, to 33789 to sign up and take the first step towards lasting financial peace.
Can we be real for a second?
Sure.
If you are listening to this, you're not doing anything tonight. You're not. You're going to go home. If you're even allowed to leave your house, you're going to go home. You're going to talk to your spouse. You're going to pet your dog if you're by yourself. You're going to look at your fish just swimming laps. And then you're going to text a buddy and be like, hey, what episodes are we binging? Or you're going to get your controllers and your cool little headset out. And by cool, I mean not cool, headset out. And you're going to play video games with your buddies from college because y'all can't let it go. Or partridge in a pear tree. You're going to not be doing anything. Why? How do I know that? Because the whole world's still shut down. And so I don't like people sitting around as a family in front of screens. Tonight's the night. I don't like people eating pizza and nachos. Tonight's the night. It's free. And you can start with your kids. You can start with you. You can get restarted. You can re-inject your life with some hope, re-inject your life with some positivity, and not just kumbaya. Look at this, everybody. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. Not that, but also a plan for how to get on the same page with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your job, your money. Yeah. Get it done. Reset 33789. It would be stupid not to, is all I'm saying. A couple of 100,000 people have already signed up for it. It's a knucklehead to not do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Man, Andrew's with us in Texas, actually Houston, Texas.
H-Town. What's up, Andrew?
How y'all doing?
Doing well, man. How about yourself? How can we help?
All right, so I am 21 years old. I just graduated from Texas A&M University, and I am starting my career with Texas DPS with hopes of being a Texas State Trooper. And so, unfortunately, I graduated with $30,000 in student loans.
Okay.
And but fortunately, I do have a unique situation of having 6 months of basically no expenses while I'm at this academy, because you live there, they feed you, and they also pay you. And so I was wondering, do I throw basically all of that money towards my loans and try to graduate this academy debt-free or close to debt-free, or do I need to set aside some money so that when I move, 'cause I'm probably most likely going to get stationed somewhere out of Houston. And so I'm just not sure if I need to basically try to pay off all my loans right now or set aside some money when I have to move as well.
So we're in an interesting situation. You know, you're graduating. You got to pretty soon. You got to start paying this $30,000. But right now you're going to police school and you got to cash flow that. How much is your police school going to?
No, they pay him.
They're going to pay him.
So he's saying, I have no bills for 6 months. When you go to DPS school, they house you. They take you to Austin. They pay for everything.
Okay.
And they give you a salary. So he could be dumping this off, be debt free.
How much are they going to pay you?
About $4,800 a month during the academy, and then it goes up to $5,000 for the next 6 months.
Okay. All right. And that's all you have is the $30,000.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And they're going to stick you. You're going to be in El Paso for a year, right? Or they're going to stick you in Amarillo for a year before you start applying to go other places. Yeah.
And then will they make sure that you stay within Texas?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
cool. So then great. Yeah, man, put that towards your debt.
Because here's why I would also say that. You're not going to buy a house in El Paso,
right.
More than likely, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to buy a house in Amarillo.
Yeah.
And so you're going to just get an apartment there anyway, so you don't need to have a big pile of cash to put down on a house.
I agree. I would rather you graduate this program 100% debt-free with only $1,000 in your bank account. That $1,000 will help you get to wherever they put you at. You really only need and here's the truth. Let's say if you get down towards the last 2 months, and let's say you know exactly where you're going, you may need a first and a last deposit for your apartment. I don't have a problem with you pausing, going hard on your student loan debt to going ahead and get your living situation up and going. But right now, put everything you possibly can to get out of that. And then the last 2 months of you in that program and you know where you're going, okay, slow down. Make sure that your living situation is good. Then after that, once you get back and you need to complete paying off your debt, which I don't think you will need to, then aggressively go back after it. But, man, I'm happy for you right here, man. This is a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. Make the wise decision. All right, Andrew?
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, congratulations on getting Academy. That's a hard thing to do.
Absolutely.
Go do good work and do good in the world, man.
Absolutely. Erin's with us in Fresno, California. Good afternoon, Erin. How can Dr. D and I help? Okay, we lost Erin. Going out to Tampa. We'll come back to her when Kelly puts her back on. There she is. You want me to go back to Erin? Okay, pause. All right, so let's go ahead and talk to Anthony. Anthony, good afternoon. I like your name, brother. You're in Tampa, Florida. How can Dr. D and I help, man?
Yes, sir. My question is that kind of a little bit of backstory. Thanks to COVID, I nearly doubled my income, which is the good part of things.
Yeah.
Went from selling insurance on a pro sale basis to doing like Uber Eats and a couple other that ended up turning into a full-time income for me.
Way to go, Anthony.
My problem is...
Way to go, man.
Thanks, yeah.
Anthony's, we know how to do. We know how to get a job done.
Went from about 34 a year to probably going to be pushing over 60 next year.
Wow.
Hold on. Don't just blow by that. With Uber Eats and what else?
And like DoorDash and Grubhub and stuff like that, doing that full time.
So you just straight woke up and got after it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
and,
listen, Anthony. Before I'm interrupting you, and the question you're going to have is for Anthony O'Neill. But listen, quote unquote, you didn't double your income because COVID. You doubled your income because you ground it out and you worked your butt off. Okay.
Right.
I want you to look in the mirror at some point and say, all right, that's pretty good. I did a good job. I'm proud of you for just seeing an opportunity and for seeing a struggle and then saying, not me, not today. I'm going after it. I'm going to make it happen. Good for you, man. All right, get to your question. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but not really.
No big. So the question that I have is that in 2019, I ended up getting a new vehicle, got the loan. Stupid me. Now that I have this job that I am driving a ton of miles every day on, I am going to be upside down in my vehicle pretty soon. The question is that with tax season coming up and everything, I think that I probably saved a little bit more than what I'm actually going to be owing the IRS for taxes.
Yeah. Hey,
and
Anthony.
Trying to...
Hold on. We're coming up to the clock here, so I want you to hold on.
Okay.
We're going to put you back on hold, and we'll come back to you after the break, all right?
Okay.
All right, man. Hey, this is the Dave Ramsey Show. We'll be right back. Triple 825-5225. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Dr. John Deloney and myself, Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personalities, sitting in and having a conversation with you, America, about your life, your money, your relationships, your mental health. And before going to break, we had one of the best brothers I've ever met on the radio show, because his name is Anthony as well, was giving us was talking to us about his current situation as far as in should he sell his car, what's going on. So update us again, man, as far as in where you currently are and how we can help.
Yeah. So in 2019, before COVID and everything, before switching jobs, I got a car, got a loan, stupid me. So now that I am putting a ton of miles on my vehicle pretty much every day, I am now slightly upside down in my car. Right now, I owe about 16 on the vehicle, and I have about another 9 in credit card debt. Two options that I'm kind of contemplating between, and if there's a third, please let me have it. But the two options that I'm looking at right now with the money that I've saved, that I'm saved over and above what I'm probably going to be owing the IRS the tax season this year, is to sell my vehicle, which right now, looking on like Facebook Marketplace and what have you, I can probably get about $13, $14 for it, and then pay the additional $2,000 to $3,000 out of pocket on it, and then get like a $5,000 cheap car for cash and get out from underneath the car payment? Or should I go ahead and just throw the extra money that I get towards the credit card and get that paid off as quickly as possible, and then work on the car knowing that I'm going to be upside down in it?
Okay, so you're making $60K a year right now, all right? The only kind of debt you have is $9K on the credit card, $16K on this vehicle, and the vehicle is worth $14,000. How much cash do you have? You said you had some cash right now?
It depends, because I mean, this is my first year being a sole prop, so I think that throughout the year I've been saving a little bit more than what I'm actually going to be owing the IRS. Okay. So I'm not entirely certain how much I'm going to have saved once everything is said and done with that.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'll do. Two questions for you. Answer this one. If you did the debt snowball method, paid off the $9K on the credit card, then jumped over to the car, how long do you think it would take you to pay off all of your debt, both items? If you just stuck to that method, how long would it take you?
Theoretically I'm thinking maybe 3-4 years.
3-4 years. All right. And if you sold the car today and you went out there and bought a cash car and then you just had a $9,000, how long would it take you to pay off the $9,000?
I could probably get that paid off pretty quickly, probably a year and a half, 2 years.
So which one do you want? A year and a half, 2 years, or 4 years?
The 2 years sounds like the way I would like to go because it's a much shorter time frame. My only problem is that I know that what I have is reliable, and whatever I get, a cash car would basically be a crapshoot since I'm using it every day and putting a lot of miles on it. That's kind of my dilemma in getting a cash car.
Great. So let's talk about that. I agree. You're driving this car every single day. I like the 2-year method. How in the world can you take, all right, how do we get your income up maybe $5,000 more, get on a very strict budget, and then how do we turn your 4 years into maybe 2.5 years to pay this car off quicker and then pay your $9,000 off quicker? I think that's the question that you should ask yourself. All right, if I do this, I can be debt-free within 2 years. So how can I keep the car and maybe be debt-free within 2 years, 2.5 years, so you can have a reliable car? My method is to help you become debt-free quickly. That's why I'm here. And so I think if you're worried about that, cool. How do we get this thing paid off within 2.5 years? Can you do it?
Yeah, I think I could. If I can knock the credit card out, I think paying down the car should be a piece of cake.
Absolutely, because you're okay. You know, you have a $16,000 car right now that's worth $16,000. You're making $60K. I'm not upset with the math there, and you're not drowning in debt with a whole bunch of other stuff. I think you can get that $9,000 really knocked out within the next 4 months, and then just aggressively go after that car. I am so fine with that. So I would say if you're concerned about a reliable car, do that, but you got to get aggressive, and you should be able to be debt free within 2 years. Honestly.
Okay, very cool.
All right, no problem, Anthony.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Keep up the hard work, man.
So Erin is back with us. She was going earlier, but she's back with us today. Erin in California, Fresno, California. Good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hi, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Yeah.
So I have a life insurance question as to whether or not my husband and I actually need to get it.
Okay.
So we became totally debt-free in October.
Okay.
So we paid off about $170,000 in student loans, and now we're done.
Way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you, the dance was real afterward. So now we're in baby step 3. We should have our 6-month emergency fund by May.
Okay.
Together, we make $170K before benefits, and we have about $100K in our retirement.
Okay.
We don't have any kids, and we make within $2,000 of each other.
Okay.
Do we actually need life insurance?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's why. I mean, I didn't really hear. You only have $100,000 in retirement right now, right? And let's just say, so who's the breadwinner as far as are y'all pretty much
about $2,000 apart?
$2,000 apart, right?
Yeah. I'm 86. He's 84. So it's really
you're crushing him, baby. I love it.
It's not a competition,
I know, right?
But it kind of
is. I'm from Texas, so you know.
Atta girl, Erin. You went to California, got a California guy, and you show him. I appreciate
Lord
that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So your lifestyle, is your lifestyle based off of $170,000 income, or is your lifestyle based off of $80-something a year?
It's based off, we live on 55.
Atta girl.
So you live on 55. Okay, cool. So here's the truth. We recommend in between 10 to 12 years on a term life insurance policy. With you all being 100% debt free, you're already living off of $55,000 a year. I would still say yes, get some insurance. Now, will you need 10 to 12? Will you need will you need $2-3 million? Probably not. No. I say sit down, have a conversation, and just honestly see, okay, what do I need if you were to pass, husband, if you were to pass, wife, what is a comfortable situation, and then go from there. I would guess maybe right around like maybe 6 years, 6-7 years, maybe not the full 10, 12. But I would definitely say you need some, but just not all of it.
And Erin, the temptation here, how old are you?
I'm 32. He's 34.
Okay, so the temptation for someone in their two young folks like you guys is you're doing a math problem here, and I've sat in a room looking a wife in the eye when her husband has passed away in the next room. I've done this multiple times, and they're trying to do the math on, I got to go to work on Monday, right? Or I'm going to have to go to work in the next week. And what I want you guys to not focus there is a math component to this, no question. but there is a psychological component to this too. And so in my house, my wife's got a PhD. She's brilliant. She can go make money tomorrow, right? I want her and she wants me to be able to grieve properly, to not have to think, oh gosh, how am I going to eat next month, right? We're able to pause for a second. And so that's a situation you can't really wrap your head around until you've sat in it, right? And so I'm a big fan of life insurance. It's worth that money to me. It may not make sense mathematically. It's worth it psychologically. It's worth it emotionally and spiritually. It's worth it for those moments of grief when they show up, and they do just show up, okay? And so that's why I'm a big fan of it.
Oh, man.
But great call.
Yeah, thank you so much, Erin, for giving us a call. And, man, you're doing amazing. Love exactly where you are and love what you're doing. Man, Dr. D, 1 hour down.
It's been fun.
It's really been fun.
Reset 33789. Get the event tonight.
Tonight. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career.
You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is the #1 show in America, the Dave Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life, your money, your relationships, your mental health. My name is Anthony O'Neill, host of the popular YouTube show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill, and co-hosting today with me is one of my favorites, Dr. John Deloney, host of the YouTube and podcast show, The Dr. John Deloney Show. The number here is 888-825-5225, 888-825-5225. And America, listen. Some of you all I know right now are frustrated. I know some of you right now are saying, what am I going to do different this year to change what happened last year? I do not want to experience the financial letdowns I had in 2020. I want a new life. I want to reset my goals, my vision, my life. Listen.
Hold on. We did that. We did it.
How do we do it?
We did it January 1. We had this kumbaya moment with ourselves and our little journals and our day planners with all those freaking ribbons in them. We did it.
Yep.
And then 2021 shot out of the cannon backwards and hit us in the mouth.
Yes.
And here we are again.
And we got to reset again. Okay, guys. And so tonight, our good friends, Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz, and Craig Rochelle are hosting a free, can I say this one more time? Free, F-R-E-E, free reset live stream event to kickstart your money goals for 2021. They're going to give you the motivation and guidance you need to hit the reset button and say goodbye to money stress for good. So I want you to text the word reset, R-E-S-E-T, to 33789. So some of y'all you're not texting the word. And let me tell you right now, your wife is going to thank you for texting the word reset. Your husband is going to thank you for texting the word reset. Your children, your great-grandchildren, your family are going to thank you down the road at the end of this year for texting the word reset to 33789. You know why? Because your life is going to change tonight.
And what else are you going to be doing? Nothing. Yeah, we are, dude. We're going to be. You're not. You're not.
You're not. You're really not. And here's the thing for me. Everyone needs a reset in life. You can't reach your money goals if your mind is not in a healthy place. One of the key things, John, I'm teaching specifically millennials, because that's my target audience, is that your mind is a business. And when I say your mind is a business, I always tell young people, mind your business, because your mind is a business. What you put into your mind will come out of you. And what I love about this event tonight, we're going to put some solid information into your mind to help you reset and recalibrate your mind so you can go into 2021 with clear vision, with the process, with the plan to not just reach your money goals, but just to reach your life goals.
And that's key there, because it's not just going to be pom-poms and fireworks tonight and cotton candy.
Yeah.
There's going to be a plan.
Yep.
They're going to challenge you to not live into the nonsense and the hate and the frustration and everybody yelling at each other that's going on in this country. They're going to tell you to look in the mirror. They're going to give you a plan so you and your family, you and your friends, you and your church group, you and you can start walking a plan to never have this nonsense happen again. And when you take care of you, you take care of your family, you take care of your street, you take care of your neighborhood, and then you take care of your city, and then you take care of all of us, because we're all in this together.
Yeah, we're all in it together, and we want to see you in. And there's 200,000 plus people.
I've already signed up.
I've already signed up. But you know what? There are millions of us in America, and so I want to encourage you to join us tonight, my friends, my mentor, really helping all of us just reset. We're going to jump over to Cleveland, Ohio, and talk to Jordan. Jordan, good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, Mr. O'Neill. Hey, Dr. D. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Call me AO. You ain't gonna call me Mr. O'Neill, man. I'm the young one. Call Dr. G, the Mr. Doctor.
All right. Sounds good. So, basically, I am going to be receiving a pretty significant amount of money, about $2,000 a month for a VA claim.
Okay.
And that is for the rest of my life.
Okay.
My wife and I are young. We're 26.
Okay.
We've been good stewards of our money up to this point. We've got about $75,000 in the bank and no debt.
Yes.
Both of us have our undergrads paid for and completed, and she's currently in a master's program on a scholarship.
Wow.
So we are extremely blessed in every way. And now we just found out about this payment that we're going to be getting every month.
Yeah.
And feel a little guilty, feel a little overwhelmed.
What's the claim for, Jordan?
For disability from the military.
Okay. So I want you to take all that guilt you have, and I want you to look at it like it's a brick that you're holding in your hands, and I want you to put that down. Okay?
Okay.
The VA does not write checks for fun. They don't write checks for people to feel good. You gave your time, your service, you put it in. Your wife put hers in. And whatever settlement y'all came up to with the VA, I want you to look in the mirror as though it's earned, it's yours, it is what it is. And feeling guilty about it is not going to help you be a steward of that money. It's not going to help you be a steward of your mind every month when that check comes in. It's not going to help you be a steward of your grandkids. Okay? So put that guilt down, and then take that money and follow the baby steps plan, be a good steward of it, give it as you're able to in the right places, and have a joyful rock and roll life, man.
Yeah. Jordan, you're already being a good steward of not just your financial resources, but not to get too spiritual on the show, but you're just being a good steward all the way around. Okay. So I want you to celebrate that. You know, God is trusting you. And I believe because he can trust you with a few, he's just elevating you with more. And so continue that heart, continue having that heart, continue doing what you're doing. But let's talk practical, man. What are some of you and your wife's goals? Like, are you guys currently homeowners right now?
We are not homeowners right now. We have a 5-year plan. We want to own 3 rental homes within the next 5 years and paid for in cash.
Oh, boy.
And this right here kind of puts a nail in the coffin to where that's going to happen. Our income's about 100 combined. So we're on track to knock that out now.
There we go.
Pretty easily, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to talk. So I appreciate you guys saying that. I just wanted to talk to somebody about it. Make sure me and my wife weren't just in a feedback loop, but we kind of ran through the same motions already with each other. But it's good to hear somebody else say that.
Were you a combat veteran? Did you go overseas?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, man, it's common, and you may know this, but we'll just put it out there for everybody listening. It is common to be a veteran who's not a combat veteran to be in a better financial situation than your community, some of your other fellow vets, and think that you're scamming the system, you got something they don't. And like Anthony said, you're being a good steward. You worked your butt off, you worked hard, you left something on the table for the rest of us, and I'm grateful for you. Follow your plan, and man, walk with your head held high, brother.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing it right.
All right, this is amazing. I'm so happy for you too, man. Congrats. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
What makes our show unique is that we genuinely care about our listeners. We're intentional about choosing the best advertisers to recommend. Blinds.com is no exception. They offer high-quality window treatments at unbelievable prices. And they make it simple to shop blinds, shades, and interior shutters with easy online ordering, free shipping, and a guaranteed perfect fit. Go to Blinds.com and take advantage of this week's special savings.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show, and my name is Anthony O'Neill, host of the popular YouTube show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill, coming soon to podcast. We'll be announcing that here actually within the next couple of weeks. I'm really excited about that. And my good friend, dear friend, the Dr. John Deloney, who is the host of the podcast and YouTube show, the Dr. John Deloney Stuff. You know, one of the greatest things I love about your show is, man, you talk about some of the realest and hardest thing on your show. You want to turn on your mic?
Yeah, here's the thing. I got to cut on. People are struggling. We're looking at the data, man. Marriages are in trouble. People have become great partners.
Yeah.
They've become great business operators as we've had to work from home, run families from home, shuttle kids back and forth, figure out meals and deliveries and scrap and claw. And man, intimacy's gone out the window. Marriages are struggling. Relationships and dating relationships are struggling. People are putting off this and putting on that. It's a tough season. Not to mention just the acute psychology of being in debt, the acute psychology of getting laid off or maybe going to get laid off, or all this political trash that's going on.
Yeah.
People are, man, they're just spun out. And so, we are getting into the hard
safe.
stuff.
You went safe. But I wouldn't say that, you guys. There is some deeper stuff that we all battle. And I think Dr. John will be safe in the political way of saying things. But he talks about some things that are embarrassing that I think a lot of us in America have.
See, I don't think they're embarrassing. I think we don't talk about it to our detriment, right?
Yeah, but I mean, one of your shows is Be Honest here on the Dave Ramsey Show. We talked about it yesterday. You talk about the battle of pornography and how that's messing up some marriages. You're helping marriages get through that.
Individuals trying to figure out what's cool, what's not cool, what's happening in my brain, what's not, all that stuff. Yeah.
Right. So we don't get those kind of questions on the Dave Ramsey Show.
Sell the truck.
Right. But what I want to tell America is, listen, if you're struggling, if there are some things that you're going through and you really just want to get some sound counsel, some sound advice about anything when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to your marriage, when it comes to your relationship, this man has an amazing team. Kelly, who's his phone screener for the Dave Ramsey Show, is his phone screener. And I'm telling you right now that they're setting him up to win and to help you. And I watch his show every day and I'm like, man, this dude is talking about some real heavy stuff, but you're saving so many lives and marriages.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And so America, I want y'all to go over and check my man out on YouTube. It is the Dr. John Deloney Show. Download the podcast. When did your podcast come out?
We're at show 67, I think, 65, something like that.
What days?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
when it comes out.
Yeah, thank you, James. His producer, James. He didn't know his own schedule, y'all. So, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is when his show comes out. So, listen, check him out, America. I'm telling you right now, it will bless you. And if you really want some help, give Kelly, his phone screamer, a call, and she'll get you on there. Hopefully, you know how she rolls. But she'll let you know. We're going out to Austin, Texas, and we're going to have a conversation with Sam. Sam, good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, guys. So my husband and I are between baby steps 3 and 4, and we've kind of been paused here for about a year.
Okay.
And we have $15,000 in savings above our emergency fund, and we're wondering if we're trying to buy a house or save for retirement. We don't really feel like we have the funds to do both.
Yeah.
So which should we focus on, and how should we... how long is it okay for us to pause the baby steps, I guess?
Well, okay, talk to me, Sam. $15,000 above your 3 to 6 months already.
Right.
Okay, how old are you and your husband?
We are 28, and we actually paused our baby steps to make the stork fund because we have an 8-month-old.
All right. Congratulations.
I just literally learned about the word stork yesterday with Dave for the first time. And I was like, stork? What in the world? He was like, yeah, they're storing money, setting money aside, to pause babies. I said, okay, cool, great. That's a new word. So, yeah, second time hearing it today, and I wasn't confused. So, cool.
I actually heard it earlier on the show, and I thought it was great.
Love it. I love it. So here's the thing, Sam. How much house are you trying to purchase?
For us, we feel like somewhere between $250,000 and $300,000.
Okay, all right.
So we know the 20% down payment and the 15-year fixed mortgage. So to get there, we really need like $60,000 and maybe even a little bit more just to have for furniture and appliances and stuff that we don't want wrapped into our mortgage.
Good for you. Good for you.
Great, yeah. And that's lovely. And so here's the thing. I don't have a problem with you pausing at your age right now, pausing baby step number 4, which is investing 15% of your income into a 401k or a Roth IRA or any type of retirement account. And here's why. Because you are making an investment by purchasing a home. Now, here's what we also teach. You want to do the minimum of 10% to put down on your home. So if you did the minimum of 10% on a $200,000 home, you're looking at $20,000. If you're doing a minimum of 10% on a $250,000 home, you're looking at about $25,000 to $30,000. So you all are close to that 10% number. So we always say the minimum. Now, yes, we want you to put down 20% to help you avoid the PMI, absolutely, if you can. But if you and your husband are in a great place of life to where you guys are okay with, putting down 10% to get into the home, that's okay. We just say the minimum of 10% to get into a home, as long as you finance it for 15 years with the fixed rate. But you guys are not in a rush, though, correct?
No, we're not.
Yeah. So
we actually need to wait a little bit longer. My husband just changed jobs and he works for a home builder, and one of their benefits is that you can get a great deal on a brand new home. It's a discounted because it's an employee benefit. Yeah. So to take advantage of that, he has to work there for a year. Yeah. So my other question, though, I guess my follow-up is, should we at least be in putting towards his 401k what the employer matches?
So here's the thing. Baby steps 3B is before baby steps 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you do all of 4 through 7 all at the same time. Now, because you do have a fully funded emergency fund, I don't mind you investing and saving at the same time. So if you're in a comfortable position and you feel as if you can go ahead and invest at 15%, because what I don't want you to do, I want you to invest a little bit. I either want you to invest all the 15%, invest and save a little for your house, or put all into your house and then start investing into it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you're going to start investing.
Either or.
Yeah, either or. So aggressively save so you can get into the house quicker and you can start investing a lot more, which is the 15%. Or invest the 15% and start saving and setting aside money and also anticipating the huge discount you all get from building a house with your husband being a part of the company that builds homes. That's what I would recommend.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Oh man, thank you
bet.
so much.
Thank you.
for-
Congratulations on that little 8-month-old.
Yeah, man. It's amazing how I'm man. I just love the fact of hearing young people in their 20s starting to call into the show and ask questions like, hey, how do I do this? We want to do it right. We want to avoid debt. We want to build wealth. We want to be homeowners. We want to travel. This is starting to become new, man.
And we want to do it the right way.
That's the thing.
We watched our parents grind. We got these student loan payments, and we went, whoa, and we Googled, what do I do now? And Dave Ramsey, we don't know this guy.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
You said on the internet you could help. What do we do now? And it's not some get-rich scheme and not some fairy dust, man. You've got to put in the hard, grindy work, right?
You have to. You really do have to. And so young people listening right now, man, I'm proud of y'all. I don't care what no one says about our generation. We got this. And we will be better than our parents. We will provide for our families. We will build true wealth.
Put the hard work in, right?
We're going to put the hard work in.
That's right.
And we're going to be all right. And I'm so excited for the next generation after my children. They're going to be some wealthy generation, a group of people. I'm excited. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
You know, healthcare has gotten to be ridiculous. It puts people, on the brink. And so it would have put us on the brink had we not had CHM. CHM saved our life, saved our financial lives.
Christian Healthcare Ministries, or CHM, is not health insurance, but it is a budget-friendly option and the original health cost sharing ministry for Christians. Learn more today and check us out at chministries.org. That's chministries.org.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, host of The Table with Anthony O'Neill. Joining me is Dr. John Deloney, host of the Dr. John Deloney Show. And Dr. D, we got a Blinds.com question of the day. Talk to us, brother.
That's right. Find out for yourself why Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window covering. You get free samples, free shipping, and with the new promos they run every month, you'll save even more. Use promo code Ramsey to get the best deal. Rules and restrictions apply. Today's question comes from Michelle in Texas. Michelle writes, my father recently passed and left 50% of his house to his 4 kids. Oh, geez, I can already tell you. And 50% to our mom in his living trust. My mom married 2 years after his death. Her and her new husband lived in the house for 5 years, and then those folks sold the house and moved across the country. When she sold the house, which netted them over $400,000, I asked about the inheritance for us 4 girls. She said she created a new living trust with her new husband, and we would be getting the inheritance from my dad upon her death. I was shocked and very sad, as I feel like my dad's gift is not getting the honor that it should. Thanks for the help. Whew. That's messy, Anthony.
Very, very messy. My mom married 2 years after his death. My father recently passed and left 50% of the house to his 4 kids and 50% to our mom in his living trust. Yeah, you need to get an attorney.
Yeah, well, you got to make a decision here. Number one, do you want to get an attorney and go after mom?
Yeah.
Essentially, $200,000 of that should have been hers.
Yes.
And then there was 4 kids that were going to divide up the other $200,000, which would have been $50,000 a piece.
Yes.
And
because her living trust should only cover her $200,000, not what was automatically given to you from your father. And so I would definitely just call your mom, say, hey, mom, listen, legally, you really don't have the grounds to stand on here. And we're asking if we can resolve this respectfully, with love. This is family. We shouldn't have to include an attorney.
I'd actually go before that. I'd get all 4 kids and get them on the same phone call or the same Zoom call and say, here's the reality of our situation. Yep. Do we want to have this conversation? Do we want to do this with mom? Are we all ready to go to war with mom? Or do one of us want to write a letter to mom and just say, hey, we don't feel this was the right way to do this.
Right.
And it may be that mom got some bad advice. Maybe that I'm going to think the best of mom right now, but it looks pretty shifty. Yeah. Right. But once you sell that house, once that house is sold, then that money needs to be divvied up in the right way.
Absolutely. Praying for you. Ken is with us in Los Angeles, California. Ken, good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm all right. My head's above water, so I can't really complain, but I'm still swimming.
Excellent, brother. That's a good attitude. I love it. How can we help, man?
So I got a little bit of an issue here that I've been thinking about for a while. I'm losing my job here by the end of the month. Me and a couple of guys are. I've been given another job offer, but without a pay increase at a different location. It's a lot further away. My only issue is I no longer want to live in California anymore. I've been thinking about moving out since last year. Haven't really took that dive. So just wondering if I should do that or not. I got a little bit of money in savings, and I got some more money in a checking account. I'm just running into a little bit of issue here.
Our friend Ken Coleman says, don't jump off the dock until you got a boat there to jump into.
And this one is very tempting because you're in California.
Yeah. You don't know this, Ken, but you're the only one that we've talked to in the last 6 months who wants to leave California, by the way.
Really?
And I'm being sarcastic, brother. Every person we talk to, like, I'm getting out of here. Man, I get the sentiment. If I'm you, I would take that second job and begin really putting in the work to see what it's going to look like to get another job, right? Like, would you actually live? Where would you go? You can, man. You can hop on a train and pack it up old school. How old are you?
In my early 30s.
Okay. Kids, married, anything like that?
No kids. I'm single.
Okay.
No married, no debt. So,
Ken, where were they? Where's the other job offer? Where is that?
So it's a little further away. It's North Orange County, like Anaheim area.
Okay, so it's still in California.
20 miles. Yeah, it's still in California.
Okay, so right now your priority is finding you another job, another source of income. All right, and so if you know you're going to lose this job within the next month or so, what I'm doing is if your goal is to leave California, start applying for other jobs outside of California. If you do not land something by the time you lose your job, and by the time you get rid of your emergency fund, then yes, you need to take that job that is still there in California. Now, if you can land something inside of outside of California, then absolutely. I would definitely I would leave California. I love California. I'm from California. My family still lives in California. But right now it's not beneficial as far as an income, money, and just the way the state is being run right now. That's just my personal opinion. That's not Dave's. That's not John's. That's my personal opinion. I would leave. But if I can't find another job, I'm not leaving California without some source of income and without a job and without stability. I'm going to stay there. And while you work in this other job, if you have to go this route, continue looking. I would encourage you to jump on a KenColeman's.com website and use his website, not his website, but use his resume builder from his website. He'll teach you how to build a strong resume and start shipping that stuff around, man, outside of California. But I would start the process. Make sure you take care of the priority. Get a job. Get some source of income in right now so you can be a stable young man. Make sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Elena is in Washington, Seattle. Good afternoon, Elena. How can Dr. D and I help?
Oh, good afternoon. Thank you for talking with me. Yeah, so my husband and I just paid off our home mortgage in December.
Woo!
So
way to go, dude.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. So at this point, our home it's fairly old. we live on 15 acres and desperately need a renovation, remodel, electrical, all kinds of stuff. Plus, we have an old barn that we'd like to fix up as well. And so the cost of that probably is going to be approximately $300,000. So I guess the question is, we are both 46 years old. We plan to retire when we're 60. We have about $400,000 in retirement as of right now. So do we save and pay for our remodel cash, or do we refinance and get a loan for that? I mean, I guess that's
Elena, you just worked so hard to unshackle yourself from the machine. Y'all put in so much time. You ground, you clawed, you scratched. Don't hook yourself back. Don't chain yourself up voluntarily back to another $300,000 loan against the place you finally paid off.
Okay.
Please don't do that. I know you want that kitchen and that barn, and that Pinterest is killing you right now. It's killing you. Don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't. You're free. You are free. Don't voluntarily get your husband and a iPad with Pinterest on it and go back into another cage and smiling and hug each other and slam that door shut behind you. Don't do that.
Yeah, and here's why, Elena. You're getting close to the end of the time you want to work. So these next few years, you need to be very intentional with every decision that you make that gets you close to your goal. And your end goal right now is to retire inspired, in the words of Chris Hogan. Your end goal is to retire a millionaire. Your end goal is to retire in a healthy financial place. You do not want to be 60 years old, getting ready to retire, and you're still paying for renovations you did 15 years ago.
Because they're not going to be cool in 15 years.
Yeah. So focus on the end goal. You're close to it. Calm down. Pay cash. And I promise you'll thank yourself that you called into the show, talked to this crazy guy named Dr. John Deloney and this cool guy named Anthony O'Neill, and we talked you out of refinancing.
Don't do it.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Tonight is the night, you guys, January 12th at 7 p.m., that you can reset your future. You can reset the direction you are going with our free Reset live stream event to kickstart your money goals for the year 2021. Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz, and one of my favorite preachers of the gospel, Craig Rochelle, will give you the motivation and guidance you need to reset your life for this year. Now, a lot of this will be around money because you have three money experts on the stage. And Craig Rochelle is, I call him like the life expert. You know, he just has a lot of wisdom when it comes to really having a good life. And I want to encourage you to stop what you're doing right now. I want you to pause what you're doing right now. I want you to get off social media right now. I want you to go to your text messaging app on your cell phone. And I want you to text the word reset, RESET, to 33789 right now. Again, I'm going to say that one more time. Text reset, RESET, to 33789. And what you're going to do is you're going to sign up and you're going to take the first step towards lasting financial peace. Or you can go to daveramsey.com/reset. And here's what I love. And we've been talking about this entire hour. And the reason why we are just hammering this in on you is because I remember meeting a young lady, John, and she was telling me about the year 2020. And she said, I need this year to be different. She says, I cannot afford for this year 2021, to be the same as 2020. And she says, it has to be different. And I told her one thing. It will be different if you're different.
Choose. That's right.
That's it. It will be different if you become different. And the first way and the first ingredient to becoming different is to reset your mind. Is to reset how you think of things, how you process things, how you evaluate things. And that's what's going to happen tonight with Dave, with Chris, with Rachel, and with Craig, and with the hundreds of thousands of people who will be watching. We are all going to get a reset. And when we reset, man, we start off fresh. Now, here's what we're saying. Here's what we're not saying. We're not saying this year is going to be easier, but you can approach this year better with a fresh perspective on life.
And moms and dads, here's your big moment. We say it all the time. The kids don't listen to you. They watch you, and they watch you, and they watch you. So tonight, if you've been thinking, man, I've got to start doing this a little bit differently. My kids are driving me crazy. But now's the time that you can step up. You can set an example. You can tell all the kids, hey, everybody's cell phone's going in a bin tonight. All of them. Mine included. We're turning them off. We're putting them in a basket. We're going to turn on the TV. We're going to get some nonsense food. We're all doing this as a family. Everybody, from little Josephine, who's 5, to my 18-year-old kids who are planning on going to college, we're all going to have notes. And we're going to sit down and we're going to get some, not only some good pep talk, some good wisdom and some good excitement. We're going to get a plan. Do this and do this and do this. And as a family, we're going to reset. As an individual, we're going to reset. As communities, we're going to reset. Literally hundreds of thousands of people have RSVP'd for this free event. I tell you what, Anthony, when they told me what the goal was behind closed doors, I smiled and I was like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. And more and more and more people are saying,
we're coming.
We thought the calendar was just going to roll over and everyone was going to exhale. The universe is going to be like, all right, y'all had enough. 2020 was enough.
Yeah.
Oh, man, 20 hadn't started, Anthony.
I love it. No,
the wildness hasn't started. Well, it started. Let's be honest. The wildness has started, but, man, you're not going to be doing anything else. Do this. Do this. Do this.
Yeah. Text the word RESET, RESET, to 33789 and go to DaveRamsey.com/reset. And I promise you, you will be happy. John, where are we going next, man?
We are going to go to Blaine in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes.
What's up, Blaine? How are we doing?
Doing great. How you doing, guys?
Outstanding. What can we do to help, brother?
Hey, my wife and I own a rental house and wanted to get some guidance on whether it's best to sell or go ahead and keep that. So I purchased it out of college. It's been a great house for the last 12 or so years. Turns a profit every month. We no longer live in that city. I'm acting as the property manager. We only owe about $17,000 left on that house, scheduled to pay it off in the next 3 months. But if we do sell it, we can basically pay off our primary home and
sell it
and be debt free.
Sell it.
Okay.
Anthony and I are going to disagree here. I'm going to tell you why I think that.
I'm not saying I disagree, but I want to hear a little bit more information because $17,000 to pay off a house, and then you have another extra set of cash flow coming in, and you focus on just paying off your mortgage. That might be a good decision down the road.
If
I don't know.
You want to be a landlord in another town.
Oh, this is in another town.
Yes.
Correct.
I missed that, so I am so sorry. I am with John Deloney here.
Finally.
Sell the house.
America,
now,
2020 is turning around. Anthony and Deloney on the same page. It's going to happen.
Now, Blaine, talk to me a little bit more. How much is the house worth? Because you owe $17,000 on it. I heard that, but how much is the house worth?
It's worth about $275,000, so It's in a really good location and would go very fast.
Yeah, okay. And how much do you owe on your current mortgage?
We owe about $260,000.
$260,000, okay. Now, any other debt?
No other debt.
Okay. Do you have a fully funded emergency fund?
We are working on that. We've got about $600,000 in retirement. We just need to put some into the emergency fund.
So you have $600,000 in retirement right now, and then you have $275,000 coming in from this for the equity. So you have $15,000 left over from once you pay off your home. You can put that. How much do you need for 3 months, man? For emergency fund.
I would say, $20,000 would be nice.
$20,000 will put you at a good, comfortable 3 months. What's your income right now?
Is 130.
130, yeah. Pay off the house. Take that $15,000, put it into the bank. The very next month, you're putting $5,000 into the bank, so you can have your immediate 3 months of 3 months of emergency. Because it sounds like you gave yourself some cushion in the $20,000, so I'm okay with that. And then from there, here's what I would suggest. Now you're in a comfortable place. I am a huge fan of real estate. Dave is a huge fan of real estate. So now the next move is, how do you save back up to get back into the real estate business inside of North Carolina? You know, that's the next move, because I want you to start thinking about what are some other streams of income you can start generating in to start building your net worth. As long as you're fully funded, you're with your emergency fund, as long as you have 15% going into your Roth IRA and your 401k and your retirement plans. From there, I would definitely look into, all right, let's set aside some money to where we can start buying some cash property and we can start generating some other streams of income for us. So,
hey, Blaine, before we hang up, I have a quick question for you. What do you make every month? What do you net off of your rental property?
We net about $500, and it's just been going right back into paying down the principal.
So what is your mortgage every month?
About $1,000.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
If you go pay your house off, you're going to net $500. You're going to double your money every month. Does that make sense?
And then think about it, down the road, I'm not really worried about the monthly payment down the road. I look at the equity of the home. And so you're in a good place right there, Blaine. I'm really, really, really excited for you, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Congratulations, man.
Guys.
Hey, thank you. I love that conversation. You know, I love that, man. I'm telling you right now, because that's what I'm doing with my house right now. The townhome that I'm in, that's going to be a Airbnb or a rental property.
So you're racing to pay it off as fast as possible?
Oh, man. It will be paid off soon. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, nice, tall, overlooking the city with a rooftop on it. And I literally bought that place. I don't want to live there forever. I don't like it like that. But I bought it so I can think about the future.
Gotcha.
I want my kids to have that when I get older. You know what I'm saying? And so I love talking about it, but we got to do it the right way, man.
Got to do it the right way.
Got to do it the right way. You understand what I'm saying?
Be smart, be smart, be smart.
That's right. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is the Dave Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life, your money, your mental health, your relationships. My name is Anthony O'Neill, host of the popular YouTube show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill. And co-hosting today is the one and only Dr. John Deloney, host of the popular The Dr. John Deloney YouTube and podcast show. We're here to take your calls. And y'all, we love talking about anything. And so give us a call, 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. And I want to start off this segment by just simply giving you a simple reminder, okay, that tonight is a night that could help change your life, okay? Tuesday, January 12th at 7 p.m., Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz, and Craig Rochelle will give you the motivation and guidance you need to hit reset, to hit the reset button and say goodbye to stress, money stress, life stress, Maybe not for good when a life stress, but at least for good for the money stress. Tonight is a free event, a free reset live stream event to kickstart your money goals. And so what I want you to do is text the word reset to 33789. Again, that is reset to 33789. Or you can go to daveramsey.com/reset.
So here's your options for tonight. Go home, be annoying, listen to your kids be annoying, or go, I don't know, sit around and sing Kumbaya together. You watch get into bed as soon as possible. You watch some Netflix show. They all go off into the rooms on their own devices. You and your wife are watching your own shows. She's thumbing through something on whatever. You're thumbing through whatever device on your whatever. You're watching a screen and you're watching your screens in front of another screen. Or you can put your money where your mouth is, get everybody together, say tonight is the night. We're all getting on the same page as a family, as a dating couple. I'm getting on the same page by myself. I'm just sitting on my couch. I've been stuck in this place for 9 months. I got a dog next to me now. I got this dog from the pound. I don't even know where this dog came from, Anthony. I don't even know this dog. We're going to sit down. I got my yellow pet out. We're just going to say no more. We're going to say no more and get 4 of the best voices in the United States of America. You can turn off the dumpster fire that's the news right now. You can turn off the dumpster fire that is the plans we thought we had for 2021, and then it shot out of the can and it dud. And we can just say, all right, man, we got 4 of the best and brightest in the United States of America going to walk us through hope, walk us through reset, walk us through a plan. Reset to 33789. I don't know what else you could possibly be doing with your time tonight. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I used to love me some peer pressure in college. Do it. Why would you not do it?
I love it, man. I love your energy around this whole event, man.
Just do it. What else are you going to be doing?
You're amazing. I know what else I could be doing right now, and that is talking to Lynn in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good afternoon, Lynn. Good afternoon, Lynn. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hi, guys. I'm engaged, and I'm planning for my married financial life.
Okay.
Good for you.
I have money saved, and my fiance has debt. So when we get married, I'd like to pay off his debt. But then my idea was to live like we're on baby step 2 until we put that money back into my savings. But I don't know if that's going overboard. And since I have money, I shouldn't live like I'm in debt. But I think it'd be good practice for him because he's just getting into Dave Ramsey. We're taking FPU this spring.
When are you getting married?
October 2021.
Okay. So you can continue to, when you're talking about your financial situation right now until October, it's going to be yours and his.
Right.
When you were talking about the shared debt repayment program, the plan y'all are going to get on as a couple, it's y'all's. So the moment you walk down that aisle, that is not his debt. That is y'all's debt. The moment he walks down that aisle, that is not your savings. That is y'all's savings. And then you immediately kick right back into whatever baby step you all are on because y'all will have debt. Y'all will have savings. Y'all will aggressively have 2 incomes, hopefully going after this thing. And then y'all are going to work on this plan together. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
And listen to you. You almost didn't take a breath while I was talking. When you get married, it's y'all's.
Okay.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's nothing that's going to divide your relationship up or spin your brand new marriage off into the ditch faster than yours and mine, his and hers. But I did so much work before we're getting married now. Okay? Same plan, same team, same united goals, same legacy that y'all are both building.
Lynn, how much debt does he have?
By when we get married, it should probably be $25,000.
Okay. How much does he make a year?
About $55,000.
Okay. What does he do for a living?
He works in a factory.
Okay. Cool beans. All right, factory. What kind of $25K is that? Is that student loans?
It's a personal loan and a credit card.
Okay, personal loan and a credit card. Well, how much does he have on the credit cards?
It's about half and half. Yeah.
Okay.
How much do you have in savings? Your precious savings. Yes, I can tell how precious it is to you. How much you got in it?
Well, in non-retirement savings, I have about $300,000.
Okay. Yeah. So let me answer this question.
Wait, what?
She has $300,000. We can tell that Lynn has been the wise steward in saving. How old are you, Lynn?
I'm 36.
Yeah. How old is your husband? Your future husband?
45.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I want to have a conversation with your husband. Okay. If your husband was there, I would have a conversation like this. Hey, we're going to do this, and this is what we are going to do. Like what Dr. John said. We are going to pay off your debt. But I would want to know, what is his mindset? Like how does he think about money? Well, what does he think about money? How is he perceiving things? Because what I want to make sure is that when you two get married, you do not end up back in baby step 2 because of decisions you both made. I don't think you will make them because of your lifestyle today. But I'm not sure to what your future husband will say. Okay. So just make sure that before you all get married, that you two get on the same page when it comes to finances. Now, to answer your part 2 question, we say to have 3 to 6 months of emergencies sitting aside. $250,000 is more than 6 months.
It's invested.
Yeah. Okay.
It's invested.
Okay, cool. So what's in your actual checking account, savings account?
So I have more cash than normal because I'm going to be paying for a wedding, and then hopefully we'll buy a house. So I do have more cash than normal. I have about 45 in actual cash.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I would definitely just say, make sure you have a minimum of 6 months. If you have more than 6 months in there, no, don't stay on baby step 2 and don't stay on baby step 3. Enjoy your life. Move on to baby steps 4 through 7 and enjoy your first year of marriage.
The day after that wedding, you write a check and pay his debt off.
Yeah. Well, pay y'all's debt off.
Yeah. Well played.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Folks, it's an honor to tell you about the Army National Guard. Not only are they big supporters of our high school curriculum, but they also give you the opportunity to impact your local communities. Whether your goals are to get an education, serve your country, or have a better life, the Army National Guard can help get you there. Plus, they offer unbelievable financial benefits. Secure your future today. Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Triple 8-825-5225. Again, the number here is 888-825-5225. We have about 45 minutes left in this hour that we would love to talk with you, Dr. John Deloney, and myself, Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey Personalities. And here we're talking about relationships, money, you name it. And we're going to talk with Alex out in Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Alex. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, no. Thank you so much for giving us a call. How can we serve, man?
So I'm on baby step 2. I've got about $5,000 left before I finish up and can move on to do my 6-month emergency fund. I just finished off paying one loan, and this is my last one. It's a student loan.
Okay.
I'm fortunate enough to work for a company that helps me with my debt repayment, and at present, they are paying more than the minimum I have on my student loan.
Okay.
And so my question was, would it be okay to move on to baby step 3 while I have my company working on baby step 2, so I can work on that 6-month emergency fund?
Okay, that's a great question, man. So it's going to be a tricky question. So my answer is going to be like a yes and a no, and you'll see why. How much longer do you have to pay this off?
So if I were to attack it without assistance, it would take about 3.5 years.
Say it again, 3.5 years?
3.5 months if I were to do it without any assistance.
Perfect. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. So let's just say yes to make it simple for you. Yes. Start parking money into baby step number 3 as far as an emergency fund. Then what you do is, let's say for an example, something happens in the next 2 months, and let's say you have to leave the company and you lose out on that. Then immediately you will go into that savings account and pay off for the rest of your debt, and then pick back up on baby step 3. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah, so I would definitely do that. Just go ahead and just start parking money to your baby step 3 aggressively, so that way you can get to 3 months maybe within the next 3 to 5 months. And then from there, boom, if something does happen, great, you got the money to take care of it. If something doesn't happen, great, you're already ahead of the game. Such a great question, man. Thanks so much for calling in.
For sure. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Josh is with us in Ontario. Good afternoon, Josh. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hi, Anthony. Hi, John. How are you guys today?
Yeah, man, we were doing great, man. Thanks so much. Much better since you've called in. How can we serve?
I have a question. I'm self-employed. I started my own business 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I have one part-time employee, and it's going well. We're making good money, and it's a good job, but to develop the business, I need to start putting systems in place and business process in place. And I've spoken to a business coach. Now, it costs a considerable amount of money to get a business coach.
What's a considerable amount of money?
I feel like I could use one to grow the business.
How much is it going to cost?
$1,500 US. I guess it's about 2,000 Canadian.
Okay. All right. That's a month?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I was wondering if you guys think that would be worth it to get a coach to help develop these business processes.
I'm always a fan of getting an expert who can walk alongside me to help me do things that I don't know how to do. And there's a cool new trend now to just be like, nah, dude, bro, just get on YouTube. You don't need none of that. You can just, and some of that stuff is true. I learned how to fix the side mirror that I knocked off when I backed my wife's car into the post outside our house. I was able to get on YouTube and just figure that out. Sometimes there's a way to take some of this expertise and coaching, and they make it sound like it's a bunch of forms. And having somebody who will walk alongside you during the ups and downs of figuring this out, when you get nervous, who's going to answer a text or a phone call late at night or early in the morning or turning your stuff around in 24 hours, to not only give you the information, but to help with the implementation and the process, I think that is often can be well worth its money. What I want to know from a coach is, do you know what you're talking about? If somebody is just a consultant to be a consultant, they're not very useful for me. I want someone who's been there, who knows what they're talking about, who meets with people regularly, understands both personally and experientially what people are going through, and can actually provide me true expertise. What makes Dave Dave is that he went through it, and then he sat at a card table in his living room for years and continues to be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation that still talks to the frontline customer every single day for 3 hours a day. That makes him an experiential expert, a knowledge expert. We're sitting here reading content during the breaks to make sure we know what we're talking about, and continue to meet with people regularly. So, man, you get the right coach behind you, they're well worth their money. It'd be a great investment. I've made those investments myself. I'm looking at a particular kind of coach right now for myself about something totally unrelated to my content, just from my life. And so I do it. Anthony, what do you think?
I mean, I think anytime you can get a mentor or a coach is a great opportunity. If it's a great opportunity, do it. I think I will also assess my financial situation. I want to make sure that I'm not spending this money, $1,500, US dollars, and it's putting me in a bind, and it's making me, I'm having to borrow the money, or I'm having to do things that I shouldn't be doing to get this money. And the key thing for me when I look for mentors or business coaches or programs, we offer here a program called Entre Leadership that helps a lot of our small businesses elevate to the next level. I look for results. You have a lot of people who can say a lot of good things, but what are the results? Have they produced other people to be successful? Have they helped other businesses get to the next level? So, Josh, I think you have to sit down, ask yourself, okay, is this a wise move for me financially? Will $1,500 or $1,000 or whatever the price is, wherever you may land, will it hurt me? If it will not hurt you, okay, cool, great. I have the money. It's in my budget. Cool. 2, okay, ask that person to send you proof of results, to send you proof of other companies they've helped get to the next level. Once you have those 2 questions answered yes, then I will move forward. And then once you get, I can't remember what our program requires. I think it requires something in between 5 or 7 employees. I can't remember the exact stuff. I would definitely look onto Entre Leadership's website, see if you can get down with us. They're the best in the business, but I do believe there are certain kind of parameters that we require so we can work with you. But look us up. But then at the same time, just make sure you ask the right questions to whoever you look for. All right, Josh?
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you, man.
Hey, Josh, one more thing.
Appreciate the advice.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Don't spend the money on a coach if you're not going to do what they recommend.
Yeah, no, we'll buckle down and work with them and strive as hard as we can.
A good coach is going to make you really uncomfortable. A good coach is going to push you harder than you can push yourself. A good coach is going to give you information about you and your company and your business that you don't necessarily want to see, that's going to make you have to pivot, do things differently, hire somebody else, etc. Don't go to a personal trainer if you don't want to lift the weights. Right? Don't go to a nutritionist if you want to keep eating pizza for breakfast. Don't get a business coach if you're not going to change your life.
Don't get a mentor if you're going to talk more than a mentor.
Oh, my gosh.
Bottom line, that's one of the things I'm always telling people listening right now. So we talked about business coaches, but I want to talk about this going into the break. The reason why some of you are not as successful is because when you do get a mentor, you talk more than a mentor actually talk. You have 2 eyes and 2 ears for a reason and 1 mouth. Listen and watch more than you talk. I watch Dave's every move. Do I do every single thing Dave does? No. I listen to every single word that Dave says. Do I do 100% of what he says to do? When it comes to money, yes. But I listen more than I talk because he's the expert. He is where I want to be in life. And so if you get a business coach, if you get a mentor, if you get a marriage counselor, if you get listen.
Shut up.
Okay?
Listen.
That's it. Listen and try it. And if it doesn't work, cool. But at least you tried something new. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm going to be quiet because this is the Dave Ramsey Show.
What makes our show unique is that we genuinely care about our listeners. We're intentional about choosing the best advertisers to recommend. Blinds.com is no exception. They offer high-quality window treatments at unbelievable prices. And they make it simple to shop blinds, shades, and interior shutters with easy online ordering, free shipping, and a guaranteed perfect fit. Go to Blinds.com and take advantage of this week's special savings.
America tonight, don't forget to text the word RESET, R-E-S-E-T, to 33789 to sign up and take the first step toward lasting financial peace. Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, Rachel Cruz, and Craig Rochelle will be giving America the motivation and guidance we all need to hit the reset button and say goodbye to money stress, life stress, you name it. It's tonight at 7 p.m. It is 100% free.
Free.
All you have to do is text the word RESET, R-E-S-E-T, to 33789 or go to daveramsey.com/reset. Jenny is with us in New York. Good afternoon, Jenny. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hi, guys. I'm huge fans of yours. It's such an honor to be talking to you.
Oh, man, we are a huge fan of you? How can we help you?
So I have an 18-month-old baby boy, and I have decided that I would like to make my shovel a little bit bigger. So I have a job offer from a daycare, but it's just not something that I really want to be doing long term.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I should, like with the daycare, I'd be able to take my son with me, and I'm wondering if I should seek out some sort of employment that I'd be more comfortable with long term. But I would also have to put my son in daycare. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I get it. It's like, hey, if I go to this job, I actually get the discount because my son can go with me. I don't have to pay as much. But if I go to another job, I'm going to have to pay 100% of the daycare. So you're in a very interesting situation. Let me ask you this question. What do you really want to do? You know, like what are you passionate about?
Because this is a bigger than just money question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now I just finished my associate's degree in December.
Okay.
I'm transferring. Ideally, I would be transferring into a psychology program.
Okay.
And I'm eventually I would like to have my master's in that, so I can teach either in high school or post-secondary education.
Okay. So you want to be a teacher?
Don't laugh at that. That's a good dream. And don't doubt yourself. You're raising a son. You're going to school. You're kicking butt. Don't doubt yourself. You're going to get all that knocked out.
Yeah. So you
got that.
You want to be a school teacher? That's great. Okay. Right now, the process is you got to go through school, get the education, so you can become a school teacher. Correct?
Right.
All right. Cool. Can you do that while working at the daycare?
I probably could. It would just make. Right now I'm in baby step 2, so it would make my baby step 2 take a little bit longer.
Okay. All right. I'm fine with that. As long as you're cash flowing the rest of your school process.
Yes. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So,
how much left on your debt? How much do you owe?
$17,000 altogether.
And how long would it take you to get that just knocked out completely?
It'll take her a while if she's working at a daycare.
Yeah, right now I only make about $1,500 a month.
Okay. Yeah.
And with the daycare, I would probably, that one, I did the math, and I think the most that I can make is probably $300 a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a floater position, so it's only like 5 hours.
Right.
Okay.
So we got to get your shovel bigger, like you said in the very beginning. I want to connect you and honestly introduce you to Ken Coleman. Ken Coleman, I call him our make your shovel guy bigger. I mean, that didn't make any sense. Yeah. Ken Coleman is a guy who can help you make your shovel bigger. He is the shovel guy. I want you to listen to his show. I want you to read his book. I'm going to send you a free copy of his book, The Proximity Principle. Okay. And want you to read it. All right. And then also what I want you to do is just go on his website. He has a lot of resources when it comes to how to find a job, how to land your dream job. And your dream job is to be a teacher. And so I want you to do that. So here's to answer your question. So we make sure we be very practical for you. Yes. Take the job. Okay. Take the job. You're going to get a discount for your baby. That means that you're going to have one less fee on you. Your main priority right now is to pay your bills. Okay, it's to pay your bills. Your next priority is to make sure you cash flow the rest of your college experience. So this way you can get into your teacher job. Now, here's one thing I want to just kind of recommend. Figure out a way on how maybe on the side you can generate a little bit more money. Because making $1,200 a month is
I have been doing that. This month has been a little bit rocky, but last month I actually crochet on the side.
Okay.
So last month was really good because of Christmas, right?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you made an extra, a good grand or two extra last month. So long as you're doing that, Jenny, that's perfectly fine. How old are you?
21.
21. Okay, cool.
Wow,
great.
you're getting it.
Yeah.
So hey, and know this. There may be seasons. It's going to feel like either or in some of these moments. There may be seasons where you are going to buckle down with a specific goal in mind. I'm going to take this job to pay this thing off, and exhale. That means I'm not going to be able to see my baby as much. and it's going to be for this series, this season. Or you're going to flip that around and say, these moments are finite. I don't want to put my kid in daycare. I'm willing to go 6 more months. I'm willing to go another year on paying my debt off so that I don't have to put my kid in daycare.
That's sort of what I was struggling with. Yeah.
Here's the thing. They feel either or, like you're going to do this thing forever or that thing forever. Think more seasonally. Think more right now. I'm going to get my last 2 years and get this degree paid off. I'm going to hustle it up. I'm going to get a full-time gig, and I'm going to put baby in daycare for 24 months, and that's going to be that. Or I'm going to, like Anthony said, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to work alongside baby. We're going to beans and rice for another year, a little bit longer than we were going to, but I'm going to cash flow that degree. I'm going to get in the door, get a much, much higher paying job that's going to pay for my master's degree. Then I'm going to be a school counselor, and now you're off and running, right? So think seasonally, not this is the way this is always going to be, because that's a trap that young moms fall into, and everyone around you wants you to feel guilty about the decisions that you're making. Make sure you get somebody that you can make those decisions with. Think seasonally. Be at peace with your decision, and then, like Anthony said, go get it, man. Yeah. Go get it.
And here's one last thing, too, Jenny. I want you to follow me on my YouTube channel. As soon as you hang up, I want you to go to youtube.com, and I want you to subscribe to King Coleman's show and subscribe to The Table with Anthony O'Neill. Just type those two in, and I want you to subscribe, because I'm going to show you how to get the mindset to keep pushing and to get over the obstacles, and really how to build and get out of your debt, pay off all your debt, and how to really start building wealth at a young age in your bracket. King Coleman is going to show you how to get the shovel bigger, so when you come over to me, we can do a lot of those different things together. So follow those 2 YouTube channels today, and I promise you, you will be successful. But stay on the line. Kelly's going to get some information from you. We're going to send you King Coleman's book, The Proximity Principle, okay? And then also go ahead and give her a copy of Destroy Your Student Loan Debt as well, Kelly, just so she can have that. So when she does get to the point of paying off her student loans, she already knows how to do it. You know, one of the things I'm always telling young people, John, is you really have to step back and really start identifying your why. And I've been repeating this because I keep hearing young people just, they're not as motivated. They're not as excited. They don't really have the drive. And I think they don't have the drive because they don't understand why they're working for what they're working for. And when I hear young people like her, my son will be would be my why. My children will be my why. My wife will be my why, because I want so much more for them. When I think about my kids, I don't want them to experience sleeping in the back of the car for 6 months. I don't want them to experience not being able to travel and go to Disney World when they're 12 years old. I want them to experience some foundation, but also experience life.
And you know what else, Anthony? I want your why to also be you.
Yes.
Because you've got value.
Yes.
You are worth not being shackled. You are worth getting to sit back on Christmas. You are worth hugging that kid, sleeping a full night's sleep.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
You're worth it too, man.
Yeah. America, I want y'all to repeat after us. You are worth it. Say it again. You are worth it. I love it. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Triple 8-825-5225. We have like 12 more minutes with you beautiful people here in America. But before we get back to the phone calls, we have a beautiful scripture and quote that we want to leave with you all today.
Today's scripture is from Proverbs 15:22 through 24. It says, "Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. To make an apt answer is a joy to a man, and a word in season, how good it is. The path of life leads upward for the prudent, that he may turn away from the shoal beneath. And Phil Jackson says, the strength of a team is each individual member, and the strength of each member is the team.
Wow.
I love me some Phil Jackson.
He is the best that has ever done it. Nicholas is with us in British Columbia. I love it. Nicholas, good afternoon. How can Dr. D and I serve?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for calling in. How can we help, bro?
So my situation is I'm 24 years old, and I'm looking to buy my first home, or I guess it's really expensive up here, so I'm looking more at like an apartment.
Okay.
And I have a pretty decent amount saved up right now, but my parents have done pretty well as well, and they're trying to insist to help me out with the down payment. So I'm just wondering if that would be like something wrong to do.
Not at all. I mean, I plan on buying my kid's first house. So I mean, I would be offended if my child told me, no, I don't want you to help or sow a seed into my life. Let me ask you a question, because I want to be fair in understanding to you. Why do you have some questions about it? What's going through your heart and through your mind?
Because I just I'm just thinking for their sake. Like, I think because I'm still pretty young, I'm 24 years old, and I should be able to buy a place within the next year or two anyways. Mm-hmm. So I'm just thinking that they can keep more so they can keep their money for retirement and that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you have a good heart. You know, you love your parents.
Yeah.
And I love that. Do you have any debt right now, Nicholas?
No debt. No.
Yeah, man. Me personally, I'll let Dr. John come in here and give you some wisdom, but anytime your parents want to be a blessing, do it and learn from your parents. How you position yourself to be a blessing to your kids in the future. And we start passing that down in the family. Hey, my mom and dad helped me. I'm going to help you. And because I helped you, I'm going to position you in a better place to where maybe you could do more for your child. Maybe you can buy their first house. You know, that's my goal, bro, is my goal is that if I have 3 kids, when they get married, I can buy their first house. Now, it will be up to a certain budget amount, but that's my goal, because I want to sow a seed into my kids' future and pray that they will do it to their kids and their kids. And now I've created a new chain, a new kind of family history and a new family tradition within my family. But, John, do you see anything here I'm missing?
I say, Nicholas, I want to give my kids a high five when they get married. So that's what I'm hoping. Hey, the only thing that I would be weary of here is if you know that there's going to be strings attached, either explicit ones or implicit ones. If you know that mom's going to help with that down payment, and that means she's going to want a key to the house, and she's going to come over every weekend and check to see if it's clean, and she's going to be over there nagging you if somebody or dad's going to be in your business, and really it's going to be kind of his house where his son's just living in it, then yeah, I would pump the brakes on accepting money. If your parents just want to bless you, man, they just want to take care of you, then I understand. I'd put my pride in a box. I would accept their gift and just consider yourself blessed. And like Anthony said, make sure you are living a life so that you can steward that forward to somebody else someday.
Absolutely, man. Such a great question, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Flint is with us Edward is with us in Flint, Michigan. Good afternoon, Edward. How can Dr. D and I help?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, you guys.
Yeah.
My question is, I'm 45 years old. We're getting ready to do the 15% in the 401k.
Okay.
Obviously, we stopped it to get to this point, but I got in a traditional 401k, I got $107,000, and I'm starting a Roth from scratch, and it scares me because I feel like at my age at 45, I should be dumping money into the 107 so it grows, but starting off at zero kind of scares me. I need some reassurance on what I'm doing.
Yeah, man, I totally understand that, Edward. I would definitely sit down and talk to one of our smart investor pros, because I'm trying to figure out how can I move that 107 and going ahead and put into a Roth. Now, you will have to pay some stuff there on that part, but I would kind of weigh your options. So how can we move that over to the Roth account? Because that's what I did here at Ramsey Solutions. And then that way I'm growing this money tax-free. Okay, so I want you to take advantage of the Roth program. I don't want you to keep putting money into the traditional because you're not growing it tax-free. And I want you to take advantage of this, especially at your age right now. So without getting too detailed, because you are at a season of your life to where we need to make sure we're making all the right decisions, I want to connect you with our Smart Vesta Pros. So have you met with any of our Smart Vesta Pros yet?
No, I have not.
Yeah, because
my company match still goes into a traditional, so I'm going to have to leave that open.
Well,
but
you don't have to leave the traditional open.
Zero.
No, you're going to. No. So what you're going to invest into the Roth. All companies are going to invest into traditional. We do that here at Ramsey Solutions. Then at the end of the year, I can say, yes, move my match over to my Roth, okay? And so you won't have to leave that one per se particularly open. You can move that money over, but we need to see if that's even a wise thing for you to do at this age and with that amount of money, and what would that cost be. So that's why I really want you to particularly sit down with a Smart Vesta Pro that can look into how are you investing it, what's going on, and make the right decision for you and yourself. But I'm telling you right now, you need to take advantage of the Roth, and we need to start putting money into that. But let's figure out what's the best way to get that 107 turned over there.
And Edward, just so you know, brother, I just sat down with a Smart Vesta Pro to talk about how I'm going to split mine between a Roth and the traditional, how I'm going to go down those same paths. If I'm even eligible for a Roth, what can I do on a back to all those kind of things. I just did that exact same thing. Yeah. And I'm a few years younger than you, but I'm weary of giving, like Anthony, of a particular it's gonna there's so many different aspects. That's why sitting down with the Smart Vesta Pro is going to know what your goals are, what your risk tolerance is, how much money you make, how much money your wife makes, how long you're going to make that money. All that goes into a pot, and it's easy just to say this versus that. Sit down with somebody who's going to walk you through and get exactly what you're looking for.
Absolutely. Real quickly, Cole is in North Carolina. Cole, talk to us real quick. You got 30 seconds. How can we help?
Hey, gentlemen. Great to be on with you.
Yeah.
My wife and I are in babysit number 7. I'm in the military. Contribute about 22% of my base pay to retirement.
Okay.
And the money that we have left over, we're trying to purchase a home in cash within the next 10 years. And I'm kind of struggling with whether we should be trying to max out our Roth IRAs or trying to max out that house fund. What's the best way going forward?
How old are you, Alex?
I'm 29 years old.
Yeah, max it out. Max out your saving for a house fund. I'm fine with that because you're already maxing out your retirement with over here in this area, okay? So if you want to go ahead and start just pushing it hard, I would try and cut that 10 years down to maybe like 6, 7. And then from there, if you don't have 100%, maybe you put down 75% and finance the 25% for like 10, 7 years and pay it off quick. I don't want you to go 10 years without investing into a Roth IRA, but you're already doing good investment on this side with your company. But I would definitely say, yes, if your goal is to get in the house, you're debt-free, got a fully funded emergency fund, you're already investing into a retirement account, and it sounds like you're doing it very, very, very well. 22% is high. We only say 15%. So I would even go down to 15%, and then from there, you'll be good and gravy, man. But I like the fact of a young person talking about paying cash for a house.
That's awesome, man.
What?
Yep.
And you got me excited. Cole, you got me excited, brother. That's how I like to end the show. Okay? Yes, we need more people calling in like that on the Dave Ramsey Show. Man, listen, I want to thank our producer, James Shout, our associate producer and phone screening, Kelly Daniel. And I want to thank the number one, I call him counselor, the one and only, Dr. John Deloney, for joining me on the show today. It's always an honor to be with him. It's always an honor to talk to you, America. Now, don't forget, the caliber of your future will be determined on the choices you make. You made the right choice today by listening to the Dave Ramsey Show with Dr. John Deloney and myself, Anthony O.